The 10th of January was the same as any other day. I'd taken the day off school because I was dying of some viral infection. I had fatigue, chills. So I checked out a Telegram chat that I'm in, based for a furry YouTuber, and I seen this. Multiple YouTubers had been hit by an email saying the exact same thing. We had no choice but to put together a crack team of gay crackheads to go investigate.
I hate this channel.
No! No!
As I said in the beginning, it was completely at random that RAGEHOUND received this spam email. She was patient zero of this epidemic. These emails were all the same, from different accounts. Most of the chat went, haha, that was pretty cool. But I knew it was something deeper than this. And the first thing I did was search through the sites. The first place that I ended up was a site by the name of Lewis Mason, which was the name of one of the recipients, one of the senders. A very creepy site with a single line of poetry. I don't know exactly how linked this page is. It may simply be something else entirely, but it was definitely weird to search the person's name and have a website speaking about religion as much as Lewis did. Many of the links went to a place called Paul's Passing Thoughts, which I'll be speaking about in depth later. But many links brought us to two different sites, xfur.blogspot and Furries Exposed. Let's begin with xfur. Xfur is a site hosting stories about the worst of the worst of the fandom, from child predators to blaming a triple murder on the furry fandom. Xfur works hard to paint the furry fandom in a negative light. It's got very religious undertones, but they post a lot about convicted paedophiles and slander many furries, including Owen Wolf and Uncle Cage, the father of this entire fandom. This seems to be the end of the rabbit hole, huh? Or so I thought. My initial thoughts on these people that they were a radical religious group seems to be much darker. I received a message about this showing a group full of its orchestrators of these attacks. Here we see the kingpin, Romen, and his accomplice Milo. They list multiple business emails of large furry YouTubers they've collected. They've joined Telegram group chats and downloaded thousands of photos of fursuiters. Many may have well been under the age of 18. Here's where we see probably the stupidest comment I've ever seen an anti-fur say. 90% of all fursuiters are mersuiters. That is unbelievably dumb. They have this directive to defend the harmless children, but they simply aren't defending children. They're harassing grown adults. They believe they're fighting the good fight when they went out of 1.4 to 2.8 million furries online. They handpick and slander famous fursuiters. The expose on Owen Wolf was simply about his mersuiting past, which he's explained in a video himself. Many of these are of how furry YouTubers are attempting to indoctrinate children into a furry sex cult. We fail to be a cult. We have no religion attached to our fandom. This is a subculture. They've chosen to attack us for no given reason. They say it's for the kids, but they are not doing anything by attacking furry YouTubers who are completely innocent. Here we see they speak about saving and rectifying the sins committed by the furry fandom as a purely sexual cult. Romen was a mystery to us, but we worked with it. Me and my pal Glitch got to work. We began to work out that xfur had a Twitter page that mostly linked articles that had been written on xfur, but there's one thing, and only one person that follows the xfur account. Mr. Paul Dossey, a Calvinist Protestant minister basing his ministry out of his own home in Xenia, Ohio. His practices in church has been denounced. But all he does is deliver online sermons and drunkenly ranting about fursuiters for 20 minutes straight.
From Tank Ministries, and I want to do a short video here for part 12 entitled look through the Furry Fandom, Part 12.
There's also alleged court cases against Mr. Dossé, but we weren't able to find anything online. Now, where does this all link into my story? Every post on Xfer and 90% of the links in the spam folders were links to this person's website where he put the fandom on blast for quote-unquote outlandish behaviour. Upon a deeper inspection, we noticed some similar mannerism between Paul and Roman, but one line that Roman mentioned: "I'll be changing the link on the site." Paul Dossé clearly runs Xfer, since he follows the Twitter blogs. He's the only person to do it. He retweets tons of their content. Now, considering this and Paul only having access to the site, this would mean that Paul and Roman are the same person, which is the case. After I joined the chat and about 2 hours of pure silence, a new user by the name of Ordinon joined. I welcomed him and played along. I changed my name, wiped my bio, my name becoming Archimedes, not Labb. No profile pictures, and we begun to get talking. A lot was said that night, a lot of transphobic, racist and homophobic shit. I went deep undercover to capture it all. Everything I said to follow their agenda, but something went wrong, all of a sudden.
Snake! What happened? Snake! Snake!
But I pulled it back, giving them pedos to save kids. From this, I was allowed back into the group, and my main mission returned. I'd begun to take pictures of their agenda, their manifesto, copy of the regular email and regular text, and other horrific activity within the group. Then Glitch rolled in with the cavalry and spammed millions of rounds of pouring down rage. That shit destroyed it completely.
Watcher to 6 Actual. Target is in the main house. You have execute authority.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
Start clear!
Victor 6-4, green light.
Chemical weapons are now in the wild.
Roman copies up.
As the group was raided multiple times, I went to sleep, and after waking up there was much more to see. This person Ordinon seemed to be way too invested in the case. And here's where we see probably the worst of the worst, pure unfiltered anti-Semitism. You hate to see it. But this was just a dent in the long string of horrific sentences from this filthy group. This is where, just like the movie Zero Dark 30, we called it out. Geronimo. We'd won. The site they were using to spam furry groups with bots was IP banned by Telegram itself, and it appeared that the owner Roman wasn't too happy with how his glorious group turned out. Their main directive had completely failed. I just wish to say thank you to the people who helped me fall down this rabbit hole and research it all. Me, Glitch and other people sat in Discord for a call for about 5 hours and tried to track down these users from the group and get some stuff on Roman or Paul. We found a lot, and I say also go check out GLITCHE'S video. He made a more comedic video taking a look at Paul. Thank you so much for watching. This group truly has been such a rabbit hole, and quite a fun rabbit hole to fall down.